Good evening, everyone. I'm Craig.
And I'm Mel.
And you're with Lovin DisWorld. And here we are at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa because we have dining reservations at Narcoossee's.
Ooh.
I know. It has been so long since we've eaten at Narcoossee's. We haven't been there since at least, 5-6 years. I mean, at least not since Connor's been born. So he's a little handful to take to a place like Narcoossee's, which is a signature dining experience here at the Grand Floridian. And we are really excited to get inside and try the food, and we're taking you with. See you inside. So we just got seated here at Narcoossee's, and man, this is just a beautiful restaurant. It has that very Cape Cod feeling, and I love the views from the different windows. I can see the Polynesian. Behind me is the Contemporary, and even more behind me is the castle, Cinderella's castle, the Magic Kingdom. It's just beautiful. Everything about this restaurant screams elegance. It's fantastic. While we placed our order, we were brought this sourdough bread with some sea salt butter. Can't wait to try that. I know our entree sounds great. I got a steak with a lobster tail. Melissa got steak. We got appetizers. It's going to be a fantastic meal, and we can't wait to try it. So, as you can tell, we're really refined eaters. This is the bread, the sourdough bread that Mel deconstructed. In the inside, she found bread. Mel, what do you think of that bread?
Well, it exploded. So I tried to cut it, and then I tried to rip it, and that wasn't working either. And literally, I tried to rip it a little bit more, and it exploded everywhere, and I think a couple pieces hit Connor.
Is that why you asked for a steak knife?
So, the bread itself, very crispy, crunchy. We've had this bread before. It's pretty good. It is hard to cut into. For someone like me who's really not very refined, it's difficult to eat this bread. But I really like the butter, I like the bread, and overall, it's really good.
As you can see, I am a refined eater. I cut that into a great piece. I was able to butter it with great precision and proficiency. And it is very good bread. It really is tasty. It's a good starting bread. Fantastic. So for an appetizer, I got the shrimp and crab cakes, which I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually whole pieces of corn in it, which is awesome. And you can actually see the crab meat, which is phenomenal. The presentation looks outstanding. And then Melissa got the Caesar salad without the capers. She's caperless. She's gone caperless. Everything's electronic. Yep, dad jokes. But that also looks fantastic. So Mel, have you had a chance to try the salad?
I have had a couple of bites. So the Caesar salad's really good. What I like is that there's plentiful dressing on there. Sometimes you get a salad and it's really dry. So there's plenty of dressing. It's really flavorful. I got it without the capers. I really wasn't sure what the capers were. So we asked about it, and they said it was kind of like a flour and had a really strong taste. Is that what they said?
Yeah.
So I decided, since I'm not really an adventurous type of eater, I ordered it without the capers. But overall, it has really good flavor. And it comes with some garlic bread. Very crunchy, very flavorful. Overall, it's really good.
It looks good. It looks phenomenal. Okay, so I got the shrimp and crab cakes. These are incredible. The cakes themselves are so good. So refreshing, so tasty. You really get the crab and the shrimp. The pickled onion sauce, fantastic. The remoulade sauce is really good. Altogether, this is just an outstanding appetizer. It's probably one of the best appetizers I've had on property. It is so delicious.
And you said there were big chunks of the crab and the shrimp in each bite.
Yeah, I actually had one of those miniature, like, it's like a little rock shrimp in the cake. Like, I ate the whole one. It was phenomenal. It was so good. One thing that's pretty cool is when they get the dish prepared, they put it there while the server comes, and that's where they put the finishing sauces on it. So it's nice to be able to sit there and just kind of watch the chef put the last finishing touches on each dish before it's delivered to the table. So here is my surf and turf, which is a 6-ounce sirloin steak, and the lobster tail looks amazing. It also comes with carrots and a variety of vegetables, and this particular plate goes for $54. Now you can substitute filet instead of the sirloin for an additional $19, but I decided to just go with the sirloin. Melissa got the filet with vegetables as well, and her plate is also $54. And then for Connor, we got the children's steak, and instead of different kinds of fruit, we asked them if they just had raspberries, which they did, and they were more than happy to accommodate us for that. That's fantastic. So I had a chance to try the sirloin steak. Let me just say that is phenomenal. But what makes the steak is that sauce. It's like a peppercorn, but yet A1 type sauce. It's so tasty. And I also tried the mashed potatoes. And I will say, if you watch any of our other videos, I always substitute mashed potatoes for French fries. And this time I decided to go with mashed potatoes, and they are incredible. They're so good. The lobster tail is so light and buttery, and you have that butter sauce to dip it into, or just the butter to dip it in. This is just an incredible plate. And as I always say, you don't mind paying a lot for food when it's as great tasting as what this is. I can't wait to continue eating it.
It is really good. Craig had to stop me because I started tasting it, and I didn't want to stop to make a video because it's that good. So I got the filet. The steak is really good. Cooked to perfection. I think I had the same sauce that you did. Very flavorful. There's just enough sauce throughout, but the meat is also flavored really nicely. So if you don't have sauce on it, very good. And the mashed potatoes are delicious. I love mashed potatoes. As Craig said, he doesn't always get them, but it's garlicky, herby, buttery. It's just a whole lot of flavor.
Just melts in your mouth.
It's just so good. And then I really like the carrots. So the carrots have a little bit of a honey flavor to them. So really good, not too hard. Again, I think it's cooked perfect. This is one of the best dinners I think we've had in a long time. It's really
Yeah, I can't think of anything that comes close, and we've had some really good meals, but this is just phenomenal.
Just a lot of flavor throughout the entire dish, and that's what I think makes it so good, is that whether you have sauce or you don't have sauce, it's just good.
Yeah.
And it's really tasty.
So our desserts just came. I got what was recommended as the most popular item. This is an almond-crusted cheesecake.
This cupcake with that.
Melissa got the banana cream tart. Look at the presentation. It kind of looks like a sandy beach. That's just incredible. And then Connor got a Finding Nemo
And I'm the
cupcake. That's
I'm the side.
wow, unbelievable. And he is excited. Are you excited for your Nemo
I'm
cupcake?
sanitizing. Okay, now I'm ready. Let's dig in.
So I had a chance to try this almond-crusted cheesecake, and these are one of the times where I'm at a loss for words. I cannot explain how amazing this dessert is. Now, we've had a lot of snacks, a lot of desserts on Disney property, and I think this is by far the best dessert I've ever had. And I'm not even a huge cheesecake person, but
Wait.
this is just so amazing. The cheesecake itself is so light and creamy. The almond has like a sugar crust on it. It's just phenomenal. And then you have these white chocolate strips and this dollop of whipped cream. You put it all together, it's just incredible. I can't say enough good things about it. I want to thank my server for recommending this. He said this is what he normally would get, and this is what he recommends, and I went with it, and I could not be more happy than I am with this dessert. All right, Mel, you had the banana cream tart. What did you think?
It's amazing. There's so much banana flavor. And if you look inside,
Yes.
there's a caramel inside. It's really, really good.
I can't get away with the presentation, and even the cupcake for Connor. Like,
I know, and it's
unbelievable.
a huge cupcake.
Yeah, it really is.
He really liked the Nemo on top.
Yeah, he did. He wanted to share it with me, but I got my own cheesecake.
So yeah, dessert is delicious. 3 for 3.
All right, so Connor, you had the Finding Nemo cupcake. How was it?
At the bottom, it was pretty good.
Yeah? What was your favorite part?
I didn't get the whole part yet. And then move on to ice.
Okay.
Oh, okay, you gonna try it?
I like your style to go cake first and then icing after.
Icing's pretty good at the top.
Yeah?
And sprinkles are okay.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah. Actually, I won't recommend the star trying to run away from me.
So you're going to recommend it. Okay. That's close to recommend, so we'll go with it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, bud.
Yeah, the bottom is gooder than the top.
No?
So the cake is good.
The cake is better.
La 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 la.
So we just wrapped up our dinner here at Narcoossee's, and I will say I'm stuffed. I'm just stuffed. But I don't think I have enough good words to say about that meal. When I say incredible, it was phenomenal. To the point where I don't think there's anything on Disney property that we've had in years that even comes close to what that meal was like. For an appetizer, I had the crab cakes, amazing. You had a
The
salad.
Caesar salad, and it was really good. One of the best Caesar salads I've had, I think.
Right. And for an entree, I had the surf and turf, which was a sirloin steak and the lobster tail. And normally I'm a steak snob where I only eat filet because sometimes you can get some really fatty steak and that's not my thing. But my sirloin didn't have a speck of fat on it. It was just incredible. The sauce was phenomenal. The lobster tail, I'm still tasting that. It was just so good. And you had the filet.
Yep, and it was really, really good. I had the same sauce as you, the same mashed potatoes, delicious, and I really liked the veggie sides.
Yeah, and then we moved on to dessert. I had the almond-crusted cheesecake. You had the banana cream tart.
Yep.
Both of those were incredible.
Delicious.
And Connor even got this Finding Nemo cupcake. And here's where we had a little Disney magic. Our waiter said, "Hey, you really enjoyed that cupcake, right?" And Connor said, "Yeah, I did." And he said, "Do you want one to take with?" And Connor said, "Well, yeah." Next thing you know, we got a Finding Nemo cupcake to take home with us. So that's kind of stuff that just kind of puts Disney over the edge for me. And I will say, if you're coming to Narcoossee's, you're going to have an amazing meal, but be prepared to spend some money. It is absolutely... As you can see, Disney likes to have a little bit of fun, as you saw behind us. But yeah, you know, if you come to Narcoossee's, you're going to have a great meal, but just know that you're going to have to spend some money. It's not cheap.
But the food is good.
Yeah, it was a little over $200 for our meal with tip, which, yes, that is very salty, but the food was just crazy good. And as I've always said, I don't mind spending extra if you're going to have amazing food like that. So definitely, if you're staying at the Grand, try Narcoossee's. If you're staying on the monorail loop, try Narcoossee's. You will not be disappointed. But if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. And be on the lookout for new content. And join us next time when we'll show you why we are
Lovin' DisWorld.
Have a great night, everyone.